Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Ahmed Abubakar from University of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria.
You are welcome, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm currently working on a wear rate of a composite, and the algorithm I'm using is a artificial neural network.
Okay.
Okay. So in doing this, I have been searching if there is any particular video you do on multi-layer perceptron, but I haven't laid my hand on one. And also, I want to know the advantages of having multiple hidden layers.
Okay. Okay.
That's my question, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Uh, one neural network is one of the very interesting and one of the foremost machine learning algorithm actually. So, which is it has a very simple structure. You have your input coming in, and then you have what we call the hidden layer. So every input is connected one way to each of the hidden layers. So this is another input. Each of them is connected to the hidden layers. This is the hidden layer. It is inside the hidden layer that the processes are taking place. So the number of hidden layers can be as many as possible, but only one is compulsory. You must have at least one hidden layer. It can be only one. If you like, you can make it as many as possible. You see? So, however, a lot of theoretical proving has chosen that have indicated that with a single hidden layer, you can actually achieve whatever you want to achieve. You can just be playing with the number of neurons in the hidden layer. Because in this hidden layer, I might have only 3 neurons. 1, 2, 3. I might also decide to make it more, add more. It means this one will be attached to each and every one of them. There are a lot of studies and experimental basis that says that a single hidden layer may work for you. You just need to increase the number of neurons. As you increase the number of neurons, of course, the computational complexity will increase. However, if I decide to have multi other hidden layers, then you also have to decide how many in the first hidden layer, this is the first hidden layer, how many neurons you want. In the second hidden layer, how many neurons also you want there. You see? And you can have as many hidden layers as possible. But once your hidden layer becomes so much, the complexity goes so much, so high that it may not be practical for simple machines to run. Okay? So, and it is often believed that when the more the number of hidden neurons, and this is actually where the idea of deep learning later came from, which you have so many hidden layers can be created to make the learning process even better. We'll come back to all these details hopefully later on. However, a single hidden layer neural network, or what they call multi-layer perceptron, is another name for it. Multi-layer perceptron. It's just a type of neural network. So the general name is neural network. And you want to make it complete artificial neural network. Because neural network is in our body. They studied the working of the neural network system in our body, and they came up with this idea of artificial neural network, just like we had artificial intelligence. Now, but people often ignore the A, they call it neural network. But the correct name is artificial neural network, and one type of it is multi-layer perceptron. Now, it means it has multi-layers. So you can have 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers. It's up to you. Sometimes it may increase the performance as the number of layers increase. There are some mathematical suggestions on the number of layers to be selected, depending on the number of features you have. All these are just advices. The best way is always to let the data speak. Let the data speak. Some data set may work with just one hidden layer, while some you need 2 hidden layers, some more. Then finally, let's say we are talking at the two hidden layer, then the final you are going to have the final one. As if it is regression problem. Are you solving a classification problem or regression problem? You know, regression means you are predicting values, or is you want to predict class, yes or no, or class 1, class 2, class 3. It depends. If it is regression problem, then you have the final value here, which will be the output. So, and hopefully we have the opportunity, we will check our archive. I thought we already had the video on neural network. We'll check, you can get back to us, and then we'll see. Otherwise, we're going to have it as one of to-do list. I know we have support vector machine. We've treated this in details. Neural network, I'm not sure. I think most likely, I will double check. If it's not there, we put it as part of our to-do. We need to expatiate more on neural network. Yeah, so this is just a summary of how it works. It's a very simple one in that every layer is only doing simple sigma addition. You see, multiplication and addition. That's why it has no strong mathematical background than neural network, unlike support vector machine, where you have to do a lot of high-level optimization procedures and the likes. It's just a matter of here, the input comes in, you say the input x1 times w1, which is weight, is connecting this input to the layer 1. We call it w11. That is coming from input 1 to hidden neuron 1. This one is going to be w12. Coming from input 1 to hidden neuron. And this continues. So for this one, this mathematics will be x1 times w11 plus another one for the second one. We're going to be doing this addition for this one, for this one. Then we are going to calculate what's going to be the average for the input that is coming in. So it's a simple multiplication and addition that is taking place in neural network. And finally, when you get your result, then you're going to use the activation function, make the result, because the result is going to be a linear value. We want to make it to become non-linear. We put in the activation value, activation function to get the final result, either hidden layer, if it's a classification problem, or if it's a regression problem. So again, we check if the video is not available. We will definitely have to make something on neural network another time. However, I have a question for you. You're not responding there. I hope you didn't lose the network. My question is, why did you decide to use neural network? Because the principle of machine learning says start from simple algorithm. My advice for you is try to first of all use algorithm like nearest neighbor. You see, then try to use decision tree. They're very simple. Then before you go to neural network. You see, come back to neural, because neural network has a challenge. If your data set is very few, it's not big enough. Neural network may not give you good results. This is one of the challenges of neural network. It can work when the data is very, very sizable. How much is sizable is also a relative term. It depends on the problem you are solving. But KNN, decision tree, even support vector machine will still work for you when your data is few. But neural network, no way. It needs a very sizable amount of data set. This is why I would advise you to check out, except if it becomes compulsory, maybe it's a project. Even if you are running a project, in machine learning, we always want comparison. We want to compare. To educate people out there after your report, after your research work is finished, your experience with several algorithms as far as your data is concerned. My advice, don't limit yourself to one algorithm. You may not get good results. You may not get good results. Or if you get good results, you may have missed better results that could come from even simple algorithms. The principle is start from like KNN, decision tree, then your neural network that you have proposed, then check it and compare your work with it. You'll be surprised that despite the popularity of neural network, it has its own shortcomings, which is it needs sizable data before it can work better, it can get better results. When neural network, KNN, we get with just 16 samples. When you can work with the KNN decision tree, support vector machine, and get something reasonable. For neural network, from my experience, it doesn't work with very few samples. You always need a very sizable amount of data set. I hope that answers some of your questions and that I did clarify the point. I wish you all the best in your project. And as usual, you're always welcome. So feel free to get across to us if there's any way we can be of support. Thank you very much for the question. So my advice is subscribe to that forum. Then they will be guiding you. There are some videos we do recommend you to watch if you are new so that you can catch up with some of these basic fundamentals that we've made it very simple for people to understand. Once again, thank you very much. And we wish you all the best.